Okay, here's my thoughts on WWE's No Mercy. It was last night. Um, it was a bit of a weird pay-per-view. I mean, like the first kind of hour or two of it maybe felt like watching a Raw or something. But I think overall it was a good pay-per-view, mainly down to the last two matches, because they were pretty awesome. It started off with Matt Hardy against Mark Henry, and I think this was as good as it could have been, really. A lot of like Matt Hardy working on Mark Henry's leg and just being like the smaller man and stuff. But yeah, it's as good as could have been. But, yeah, I missed like the first 5 minutes or so of it, so didn't feel like it dragged. So yeah, that was cool. Then next there was a women's match. Beth Phoenix, Candice Michelle. This is kind of the same, probably as good as it could have been, like due to Candice Michelle's limitations. I mean, I don't know, it like kept going. Beth Phoenix was solid at least, and I know Candice is a bit sloppy, isn't she? But you know, what can you do? Not too bad. Just there. Next, I believe, was Rey Mysterio against Kane. I thought this was like going really great. I mean, Kane's like a really solid wrestler, and it was like just a great case of little man against big man kind of thing. Like Rey trying to chop him down or whatever. But yeah, I know it ended a bit silly, but I can understand why it ended. And the stipulation of this was like, if Kane was to win, Rey would take off the mask. But obviously that wasn't going to happen. So like, Kane got like whacked him with a chair, and Rey got the DQ victory. So that storyline is obviously going to go on for a while. But if you think about it, what else are they going to do, to be honest? Yeah. Then after this, there's a strange segment with like MVP going to the ring and like saying, why haven't I been booked on this card? I thought he was going to challenge someone for a match like he did at Judgment Day. It didn't turn out like that. Then Randy Orton came down and had a good promo. Like, he was getting pops, as he has been recently. Then Team Priceless and Manu came down, had some words with Orton. MVP, then Orton left. MVP had some words with him. This could have been on Raw, to be honest. I know I wasn't really feeling it, but after a while, MVP was leaving. Then Punk and Kofi came out. They got a huge pop. Then they convinced MVP to like go at it with Priceless, but they like held back. So MVP went in the ring and got beaten up by Priceless, and I thought that was quite heelish of them. But like, it was meant to be brought off as funny, which I don't know, seemed a bit weird. But nonetheless, it got a good reaction from the crowd. This whole segment. It was just a bit of a brawl, and like it was good to see all that lot on there on the pay-per-view. But yeah, it could have been done on Raw or on the other shows. But good to see them on pay-per-view. I would have preferred a match, but what can you do? Next was JBL against Batista. I missed like quite a lot at the beginning of this match, and like I came back and it's literally like spine buster, spear, Batista bomb. Batista wins and is all happy for the day, I guess. And then like JBL cut a promo. How he's like feels like a loser and stuff, and I thought this was strange. And what I thought was going to happen was he was going to say, I'm going to retire for good now, and then go straight to the commentary desk, where like Cole is, and like be the Raw commentator. Because earlier in the night, King took Matt Striker's place on the commentary desk, like for the ECW match. Was strange. I thought like JBL was going to go back there, but no, that didn't happen. So it was a bit strange indeed. Yeah. And next was Undertaker and Big Show. This was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Again, like, just quite enjoyable. Didn't drag too much. No, and the ending was like a bit different. I mean, I've never recall Big Show beating Undertaker. Or, well, I can't really remember because I probably blocked a lot of their matches out of my head. But yeah, I thought it was quite interesting, like how he just knocked him out pretty much, and it's made this feud a little bit more interesting because I wasn't interested to start with. Yeah. Then we're on to like the caliber of this pay-per-view. Triple H against Jeff Hardy. Yeah, very good match. Probably the best match they've had so far. Jeff Hardy looked legitimate. Like, I knew he wasn't gonna win. I think everybody did. But like the match, like the way the story of the match played out, looked like Jeff was gonna win. A lot of it was all Jeff, basically, this match, and I thought it was great how it worked out. But like the ending, like Jeff hits all the finishers and stuff, and like Triple H already had a go at the finisher, but like Jeff hits all the finishers and he like covers him a little bit lackluster, and Triple H kind of cradles him, has enough energy to, but it didn't look too like he like just hulked up and like did that, you know, and I thought it came across alright. Yeah, and like afterwards he like Triple H stayed down like he was feeling the effects of that match, unlike other encounters those two have had together. So it did work for both men, I thought, that match, and it was alright. It was pretty good, definitely a good point in the pay-per-view, that match. And then the main event, and this was wicked, a ladder match with Jericho and Michaels. Probably wasn't as many like high spots or big things as you'd expect for like this match being a ladder match, but it worked out well. They just wanted to hurt each other, and there's some inventive things like off the turnbuckles, and like Jericho got busted open quite bad. He like must have lost a tooth or whatever. And the ending was great. Like, I thought that was a really clever spot. I've never seen that in a ladder match before. Just a bit of tug of war and stuff. And like, it was a lot of tension, and it just like really drew you in. And I think it's like a contender for match of the year, without a doubt. It just told a great story and was a bloody good match, and like ended out right, I think. So yeah. Overall, I don't know, this pay-per-view is a weird one. It didn't really pick up till maybe, well, I think the last two matches, like, just made it, like, worth the watch overall. And the rest of the stuff beforehand was just okay. Okay, like, just like a pretty good Raw, really. And, like, with some short matches, which it's, like, good that they're short, because I wouldn't want to see a long Batista JBL match or a long Candice and Beth match. And obviously I missed a bit of the Mark Henry Matt Hardy match. But anyway, the last two matches are bloody good, and like they're worth watching, so watch those. But yeah, okay pay-per-view. So I guess like you can judge the pay-per-view on the last two matches and it's very good, but if it's like on the kind of hour and a half to 2 hours before, a bit lackluster and not great. But yeah, there's my thoughts on that.